been before, through those open doors, where I am now, I'm in a special place, until love embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350am.com, click and listen live. Don't forget to go to Church Webcast and click on the Church Webcast, and guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. This is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, WPCE 1400 AM radio station.
All right, let's welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram, and soon TikTok. We'll be live on TikTok. Look, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. 2 channels over there on YouTube. It's Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, or at FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. You make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
I tell you what, this is our Hump Day Wednesday. I don't know if Mr. E do the Hump Day anymore, but we'll find out a little bit later. But I tell you what, we want to make sure you all in the Virginia area go out and vote. You can vote early. You can vote absentee. You can vote now up until November the 1st. November the 1st is early voting. The election is November the 4th, but early voting is now until November the 1st. Make sure you go out there early to avoid the crowds, to just, get it over with, make up your mind, make a great decision on who you want in this race, who you want as a leader or leaders.
Don't forget, if you want to go vote early, go down to your local's courthouse and pull up right to the front of the courthouse, and you have someone, a representative, will come out there and get your information. But make sure you got all your information there, your driver's license or whatever information that need to so you can go ahead and proceed in voting. I also want to let you know that the President of the United States will be in Norfolk, Virginia on October the 4th. That's right. He'll be down at the Norfolk Naval Base. So make your plans or try to plan or don't plan to see him.
No comment, but you all govern yourself accordingly. I tell you what, this is FYI Wednesday segment, What's Under the Hat? Issues Concerning Men. And before we get started, I want to wish my brother a very, very happy birthday, Dr. Darrell Vance Williams. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. My wonderful younger brother. I love him so much. And I know he's going to do something great and something special on his day. But this is FYI segment, Empowering Men. confidence in planning.
That's right. Confidence and planning, empowering men. That's what you today's issue is all about. And if you're concerned about men, stay tuned to what's about to take place.
Let's talk about what confidence is, first of all.
Well, confidence is a belief in oneself and one's ability, or trust in a person or a thing. It is the conviction that you can meet life challenges and succeed, and the willingness to act on that belief.
Mr. E, do men, in my opinion, men kind of show confidence in life different than a woman. A man, you would probably automatically think he has confidence. He may not have all the confidence in the world, but he shows it well. Is that a good observation? Do you
Well,
think?
that is a good observation. When you begin to look at men, some men they wear it well, they show it well, they let you know that I got confidence and I can believe that I can do almost anything that that I'm empowered to do. I have the confidence to succeed and all the challenges that may come before us. Yes, men do have confidence, and some men don't have confidence, and some has to be egged on to do what they're supposed to do to tell them that for their ability to kick in, and that some just downright got that go getter spirit to be confident in anything.
When you guys are around the table or around the water bottle, what do you think? Water thing in your office or your church or wherever you are. Uh, I know men are competitive, but can men lose their confidence because of others? Because a lot of times, and we've talked about this with Dr. Brown, how when you get men together, you got to tell them to leave egos on the back burner because they bring it. Can men kind of like downplay others, make other men feel insecure with some of the confidence that they have, overconfidence or cockiness or whatever you want to call it? Can it kind of like bring a man's confidence down as he kind of interacts with other men?
Well, anytime a man, any man can have confidence, but what shuts down a man's confidence is that he's overpowered by what we call big mouths.
Ooh.
People that are only in it for themselves and only it's me, and mine's and nobody else's opinion or so some men shut down with the confidence that they may have because nobody is taking or listening to what they're saying. Yes, men can shut down.
Well, we're talking about confidence and in planning, and what is planning exactly?
Well, planning is the process of defining goals, establishing strategic and outlining tasks and schedule to achieve those goals. It's essential involved in deciding what to do, how to do it, and when to do it before taking actions. So what in all actuality, what they are doing is planning, deciding of how it's supposed to get done, and what they need to do it, and when to do it.
So, planning is one thing that boosts men's confidence. Planning provides a roadmap to success, which boosts self confidence and self esteem by offering clarity, direction, and a feeling of control over your life and goals. Successfully achieving planned steps create a positive feedback loop that strengthens belief in one's ability.
That's right.
When I think about planning, I think about God in the beginning and creating the earth in 6 days. He rested on the seventh. But that wasn't it. The thing was the plan.
That's
Before
right.
the foundation of the world, he had this plan. He didn't just wing it. He didn't just jump in there and do it, even though he could have. But it was in his mind, in his heart, before anything was ever done. He had coming soon in his head. And so that's how I feel we, especially men, have planned and should plan is to have the vision in mind. Have the thing there before time. Count up the costs and make sure you get a good picture of what is to come before you do it.
And not only that, when you're planning, make sure nobody knocks you off your plan. Plan the work and work the plan. That's what they say. Plan the work and work the plan. If you already plan the how it's done, you take God for example. When God created man, He said man will have dominion. He will rule. In other words, that's what the word dominion means, that he would have rule. And so now the confidence that God had in man is to rule. But then something comes around and can take away the plan that has already been given for man to do. When a man is planning to do his plan, he's got to work the plan because it'll come out the way that he has been given it to do, not somebody else's plan. It will not work. If you planning to build a house and somebody else come with all bright ideas and change your plan, it's not going to be your house that you're planning to build. It will be somebody else's house because their plans now has overtaken your plan.
God has the perfect example. He planned it before the foundation of the world. He implemented that plan. He said it was good and he gave it to us. Now, the plan had to be tweaked. Why? Because man wanted all that, and man definitely didn't do the greatest job as he began to, be in the garden. We know the story of Adam and Eve and things like that. It was God had a plan for man, and man kind of didn't go. It didn't go the way it should have gone. And it went the way God saw it. But man, the confidence, God did not lose his confidence, but man definitely did not have confidence enough to see God's plan through. And so we see where God had to actually take man and say, look, I got to get rid of you guys because you messing up my plan. You messing up my plan. My plan wasn't for you all to go off and do your own thing. It was God's plan that man would thrive on the earth and be fruitful and multiply. Found out that man was a little weaker than he should have been, and he found out that he had to destroy man, except for a few that wanted to continue God's plan. And that's where I wanted to kind of like bring it back to what we're talking about, planning and confidence, because one of the things I feel, Mr. E, has to be a part of this picture is God's plan. You talking about vision and talking about planning, these things have to be attached to God because what? He put man here to fulfill his vision. He wished that none should perish. He wants everyone to be saved, successful. And so we've got to be, men have to be in God, and God have to be in men. Men have to be attached to God in order to have a clear vision to fulfill God's plan. Now we can create, we've got gifts, talents, we do a lot of great jobs and things like that. But I'm under the impression, Mr. E, that this would be a better world if man would attach himself to God's vision to fulfill the things that God wants done. And man seems to always get out of God's way to do his own thing. And that reduces confidence. It messes things up. And so one of the things that we want to make sure you all understand that being attached to God and God's plan, his vision, should be what we're linked to in order to, have that abundant life, but also to carry out God's will.
When you begin to talk about the planning of God, that's why it's where you must be a positive role model. You got to work the plan that was given to you. When again, I gave the example. If you're planning on building a house, or if you planning on putting this engine in your car, don't let nobody else come in and take you off the plan that God has given unto you. See, and when we look at man, his plan had changed because the confidence that he had, he looked and defined the wrong word for what a helpmate supposed to be, what a helpmate supposed to be to support him, not take over and rule him. So what happens is a lot of men find that it is so hard for someone who to work the plan without going and doing their homework and studying and asking for the guidance and the help so they can continue to be on point. That not allowing someone to get them off the plan that has been given unto them so that they can endure, endure the plan that was been given unto them.
Well, that's what happens to a whole lot of people, and this is where
Right.
some of our tips come in. Our confidence, men's confidence in his vision, and when you're confident in your vision, you have the motivation, determination. You develop and articulate a clear vision. Can't nobody take you off your game unless you want to be off your game. If we go back to Adam and Eve, Eve took Adam off his game because he was a willing worker. He was willing to get off his game. God told him, don't do it. Stay on the plan. This is the plan. This is what I want. And nobody can take you off your game unless you're willing to be taken off your game. And so it takes skill and time to develop your plan. You can't let nothing stop you. When God gives you a plan and a vision, you got to see it through. There's going to be, Miss D, and you know for yourself how it works. There's going to be many things that's going to come in your way that try to get you off your game.
That's right, and that's the truth. Many of things, but when you got someone that, or when you have been given the job to do, you got to do the job, not allowing nobody, like you say, you got to have enough confidence in yourself, in the plan that was given unto you, that you may know what the plan is. There also, number two, there's another thing. The confidence men need to know is to have confidence in themselves. If you know yourself and the skills you possess, this type of questioning will not destabilize you. But if you are insecure, you may react with anger or frustration because of you don't know the confidence that you have in yourself. You got to learn how to work the magic that's in you and not allow nobody, no one, no cat, no dog, no anybody to get you off your starting point or the plan that's been set before you. So you got to know yourself. You got to know the qualifications. Like Moses said, when you look at the Bible, and God had given him an assignment that God had given to go and tell Pharaoh. But guess what? Moses said to God, I can't do that. I can't do that. And the reason why I can't do that, because I'm not an elegant speaker. But you got to know yourself. You got to have confidence in who you dealing with and where you got the plan from.
Absolutely. Confident men take action. The difference between a confident and an insecure man can be as simple as one takes action and the other doesn't. They may both experience the same feelings of fear, apprehension, or anxiety, yet the confidence man does not let that hold him back. Look at the men with the talents, 10, 5, and 1. You have the 10 and the 5 flourishing, confident and what God has given them to expand and to invest. And then you got that one sitting back saying, I'm scared. I can't do this. instead of me depending on my talents and gift, I'm going to look at God and say, well, you're magical. You know how to do magic. Just go ahead and wave the wand and it'll happen for me. And a lot of men think like that, God is just going to wave that wand. No, your faith and works go hand in hand. And so that one ended up getting that taken from him because of what? No action, no confidence in the plan, no vision. And so we have to realize that confidence is a part of the plan. First of all, you have to have the plan. You have to have a vision. And I tell you what can keep you on your game is when you concentrate on that plan. When you look at that plan, write it down. Mr. E, in our mentoring programs, we do vision boards, and we show our children, have that plan. Put it down. Look at it. This is your future.
Well,
the things that you want to do. And so a lot of times people get their eyes off of the plan.
That's right.
And so that's where they stop taking action and they go on to foolishness.
Well, in the book of Habakkuk, he told them to write the vision, write the plan, and make it plain. To write the vision down so that you can keep that vision close to you, so you can go back and understand what you have to do. Just in case you decide to get off track, if you decide to get sidetracked, or something calls you to get off sidetrack, then you ought to be able to go back to the plan.
Yes.
So you got to have confidence in yourself, and you got to have confidence in taking action where you can get back on point. You got to plan the plan and work the plan. You got to have a routine. You got to go back and visit that vision board daily so that you'll be able to stay on course.
Absolutely. It's important to be connected to God because he can recalibrate you. He can make you get back to where you were. You can go astray and he can get you back on track. You should be connected with God because his plan is to make sure you have much success. Also, confidence make you take care of yourself. Confident men take care of themselves. Confident men want to make sure they're here to do a good job, to make sure they're well enough to carry on the vision, to make sure their mind is in the right place so they can see the road clear.
And also, confidence men take care of themselves in the healthy wise and in their hygiene also.
Yes.
Have you ever met a confidence man that has lousy hygiene, unhealthy, and just possess the mountain of self-hatred? Sometimes men don't like themselves and don't take care. They doubt it. So here's what has to happen. Confidence men has to have confidence in taking care of themselves, their health wise. They got to take care of their body wise. They got to want to live. They got their breeding ground. They got to have confidence in working the work, and have confidence of pushing themselves.
That's key because I'm telling you, you can sidetrack yourself by going into unhealthy habits, drugs, alcohol, running this one and running that one, and not keeping your mental health up, getting into all kind of situations and stuff like that. You've got to take care of that mind, that body, that soul, that spirit in order to stay productive.
I think sometimes that men think that they're hurting other folks when they don't take care of themselves. You're hurting yourself. Your health is going down when you're not eating the healthy, balanced meal. I was looking at a show the other day where they said you're eating fried food, eating this and eating that, and you're not working out. Eating healthy food, start research. Start looking at who you are. Take and do a self-examination.
Yes.
of who you are. In other words, go back to your vision board, go back to your beginning, go back to your vision about who's who and who you are. When you started looking at who's who and who you are, you'll find that there's a difference that a day make, because the folks that are looking at you don't give a rat's whether or not you are all that, and they just only out there for themselves to gain what they can get from you. Excuse me. But when you started looking at who you are and the knowledge that you have and your hygiene and your mental state and your attire, when you started looking at how you got that fresh start, are you on track, then you got to do and take care of yourself, and you got to have confidence again in pushing yourself. Have you ever met an athlete or businessman who's taking insane risks and just baffle you? When you look at some other folks and you say to yourself, I wish I could be like, no, no, no. Be who God has made you to be. You got to answer to God for yourself. So yes, you got to have a personal relationship with God. You got to go back to the beginning, to the beginning, and find out where you made your mistakes at, so that you can dust yourself off and get back in the race. Yeah, there's gonna be some folks that's gonna look at you, but you got to regain your confidence in you and work the plan that has been given. Write the vision, look at your vision board and work the plan. You're too young and too old to continue to not work that plan. Get it together, men. All you have to do is go back to the vision board, go back to God, and boost your confidence in yourself.
Absolutely. Confidence, you have to build it. Vision has to be built. Planning takes stages. And you have to be patient with yourself, but you have to find ways of being developed. You have to be around good people. You have to be able to be taught. Men, you build confidence by being taught. Some men don't want to be taught no more. They think they know it all, but it ain't like that. It's never like that for any of us. You have to be taught. You have to learn what it takes to continue to build and continue to be positive, continue to plan. And you have to be able to work with others. You have to have confidence in working with others. Like I said, there are people that want to get you off your game, but as long as you continue the vision, when you connect to God, you're getting a great understanding, taking care of yourself, you are going to make it, and your plans are going to be fulfilled.
Men has to also plan their vision like a roadmap. Plan your plan like a roadmap. Have you ever used the roadmap, the visual one, not the technology one? But when you look at a roadmap, you see all these lines and these hills, these valleys, and these waters that you got to tunnel through to get to point A to point B. Now they done made it easy for you to let technology direct you and send you to where you got to go and how to get there. It's a roadmap for your success. It's a roadmap that helps boost self-confidence and self-esteem by offering you clarity and by direction and a feeling of control over your life. When you feel that you got on the right path to control and have control over yourself, nobody else, but when you feel that you as have confidence over you have just boosted yourself to the next level, so that you can go and do what is well planned for you and work the plan that has been set aside for you.
Absolutely.
It's okay also that when you work the plan and to feel control over your life and goals, successfully achieving plan step, create a positive feedback. Create a positive feedback by examining yourself and say, am I doing this the way the plan has for me to do? Sometimes we don't trust the roadmap or
Mhm.
the thing that directs you, the on the map. Sometimes we don't look at controller. We don't control that map. But guess what? Have confidence in it.
Man, if you've lost your confidence, you can gain it back. Like I said, you'll be recalibrated. Connect yourself to God. Connect yourself to good people. Put yourself in an environment where you can grow and build and be strong no matter what age. God will see you through. You can be a great planner, a great visionary, and you can achieve your goals. Look, we're going to see you all on Fun Friday. Special guests. We have Miss Broom, Charmaine Broom, that's going to be with us, and on our Women in Business segment. Have a wonderful, wonderful hump day.
And don't forget that word that I was looking for you is the navigation system. Everybody has a navigation system in their automobiles and they had it from the beginning. But learn how to trust your navigation center. Learn how to trust you. Have a wonderful weekend now, okay? Bye now. A week, okay? The weatherman says it's going to be 69 degrees and mostly cloudy on today. So, hey, if it's going to rain, put your raincoat on. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is FYI. For more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye now.
So glad to be here on today, Hump Day Wednesday. You all should be up and popping. We want to say hello to some of you all on. We have Mark Howard on. He says, "Yo, yes, good morning. Awesome information." We have folks on Instagram, VM.MODAELA. Join us, PRIYNKANAYAK 6. Yes, 6045. And then we got Pretty 4150. Join us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. Make sure you meet us back here again on Friday. We have Charmaine Swimson Bloom, Women in Business segment, and we're looking forward to her being on, telling us about some things that we can do to build a business and do things that can add to our income and so many great tips that she'll have for us. Also, we just did our hot topic. You can go online and check it out on our social media feed. We had our special guest on and her new book, Miss Griffin, Tamika Griffin. Go online and check that hot topic off on social media. Also around the town, community news and events, Edward Everett. Jason Baker will be here this month. It's October the 1st, y'all. Cryptocurrency, money, and more. Chris Hinton will be here with real estate. And we're going to start our anti-bullying information coming up this month, too. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor on FYI. Mr. E has the tea.
Also, congratulations to Miss Veronica McMillan. Wonderful job of receiving the awards today from News 3. And congratulations to you. Don't forget, if you want to be a special guest sponsor or intern, give us a call at 757-714-7861 or go to our email page of FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of FYI Radio Show.
All right. You all have a wonderful and blessed day. See you back here on Fun Friday.
Bye now.